There are metals that can accumulate in your body year after year at levels too low to make headlines. But these levels are high enough to sabotage the tiny power plants inside your nerve cells. When your nerves can't make energy, they don't go numb and quiet. They become irritable, unstable, and painful. This is a burden most people are never tested for. Let me show you what it does to the biological soil. I'm Dr. Padda. We've talked about mitochondria, the power plants in your cells, and how their failure drives the signal we call pain. In this episode, we're exposing a specific, often overlooked saboteur of those power plants, the chronic, low-level accumulation of heavy metals. Here's the nature of the problem. We're not talking about a single dramatic poisoning. We're talking about chronic, low-level exposure. It comes from environmental sources, old infrastructure, and certain foods. It accumulates in your tissues slowly over years. Because each individual exposure is small, it flies under the radar of standard medical attention. Your routine blood work will not find this. But these metals are persistent. Your body doesn't clear them easily, and they build up in the nervous system, interfering with your cellular machinery. Now the mechanism, and this is the key. Heavy metals are direct toxins to your mitochondria. They attack the very source of your life. Specifically, they impair the electron transport chain. They poison the cytochrome C oxidase enzymes that your cells use to produce ATP energy. They also generate massive oxidative stress, triggering the NLRP3 inflammasome and driving what we call meta-inflammation. Picture what happens in a nerve cell, one of the most energy-hungry cells in your body. It is absolutely packed with mitochondria for a reason. When metals cripple energy production in that cell, the consequences are catastrophic. The nerve can't maintain its own electrical gradient. It becomes hyperexcitable, firing abnormally, generating the burning, tingling electric signal of neuropathy. Pain is not the diagnosis, it's this signal. It's a double assault, energy failure plus oxidative damage, concentrated in the tissue least able to withstand it. This is why this pain is so stubborn. The toxicology here is well established. The neurotoxicity of lead, mercury, and cadmium is thoroughly documented in peer-reviewed literature. The harder clinical question is recognizing when a chronic, low-level burden is contributing to your pain. This requires a nerve block audit mindset. If you've been told your nerve pain is idiopathic, sit with that for a moment. Idiopathic just means we don't know why. It's a failure of inquiry. Your unexplained pain may simply be unexplained because the right questions were never asked, questions about your biological soil and toxic burden. At the Padda Institute, we don't guess. We assess the heavy metal burden that standard pain workups ignore. We look for the true driver. Where a burden is found, we support your body's ability to handle and reduce it safely. We shore up the nutrients your mitochondria need to defend. As the burden and the oxidative stress come down, the mitochondria can recover. The nerves can finally regain their energy supply and stop firing. We don't know why is not the end of the road. It's a sign to look deeper. If your nerve pain is unexplained, let's investigate the cause. I'm Dr. Padda. There is always a reason. Finding it is the whole point. Go to painmd.tv and take your first step toward metabolic sovereignty.